friends downtown. You said, Brendan, you want us to go to Queens? I said, don't worry, you don't need a passport to come here. You know, a couple of weeks ago, the doctor said, listen, I want you to go up to 98th Street, up to the hospital for an MRI. You know? And of course I wasn't sure what all that was, but up I went into the hospital and said, I'm here for the MRI. And then I went, and then this lovely, lovely, sweet, kind nurse or whatever said, all right, fill out the forms, went in. And then she said, look, I want you to strip completely down, except for your underwear and your socks and your shoes or your boots. I said to myself, geez, the last time anybody asked me to do that was at a gay bar downtown where they were having an underwear party. She said, go in here. So I was sent into a room about the size of a closet. Stripped off, I looked in the mirror, gave myself a fright, you know. Anyway, well, out I went, down the hall, they're giving me directions to another room. And then this other nurse just looks at me, and I'm looking at her, and she just says, wait now, Brendan Fay? And I said, yeah, that's me. She said, oh no. And I said, you look kind of familiar. She said, you were my religion teacher back in the 90s. Remember? Until you got fired and the parade. And so here's the thing. And then I said, will we hug? And I said, I wanted to burst into tears. I said, I will never forget how you and all the other teenage girls at the Catholic girls' school in Jamaica, Queens, when everybody was against me, I was getting fired, rallied and on sheets of cardboard paper, organized a petition in support of your religion teacher. You changed my life. So then she said, hurry up, they're waiting for you down at the MRI. So then I went in, and of course I'm nervous as anything, claustrophobic. One said, you're going into this little capsule, and I said, what time is takeoff? Where are we going? But I went in, and my mind and my heart just went back to 1991. I can't believe what has just happened in this 98th Street hospital. You see, back in 1991, we were just newly immigrants, arrived here. And what do immigrants do? Hang out with their own tribe, you know? It's New York. Every community has their moment on the avenue. And March 17 is the Irish moment. We're Irish. Where else would we be hanging out, you know? So we applied. We had formed a group, Irish Lesbian and Gay Organisation. I had actually a couple of years before put a notice on the world's first gay bookshop, which was named after Oscar Wilde, the Oscar Wilde Memorial Bookshop. But anyway, we had formed, ILGO was formed and applied to march. First they said, yes, but there's a waiting list. Mayor David Dinkins, the city's first African-American mayor, said, look, he would change the rules of the city and let all 39 groups, and so change the time so everybody could march. The organizer of the parade said, absolutely not, no gays allowed. So all of a sudden an AOH Division 7 said they can march as our guests. 1991, March 16, I'm on the F train and I know this is going to be the day that will change my life. I'm no longer just out and myself in the dark at night down in the village somewhere. It's daylight. I'm going to be myself. Irish, Catholic, gay. I'm on the train. The landlady, Pat O'Loughlin, lovely, I'm living in Jamaica, Queens, she gives me one of her kilts. And I have an old waistcoat. I put a bit of cardboard, purple cardboard, stuck some shamrock on, put the rosary beads in the pocket, and off I went on the F train. Get to 5th Avenue, and there's everybody. There's all the politicians and the leaders of ILGO. I just walk into the middle, and this fella sort of looks at me, Robert Riker from Astoria, Queens. He was a leader and actor, and he kind of grabs me by the hand, I'm excited, I'm nervous, I just know this day will change my life forever. Robert kind of grabs me by the hand, and he has that brave, courageous, activist kind of, the t-shirt, the jacket, the million buttons, and I'm like he had no idea. I'm excited and nervous. He grabs me by the hand, and I feel like he's carrying me up the avenue. With all the crowd going up. And then as soon as we step onto 5th Avenue, they start, faggots! Go home! Get AIDS! Die! Go back to where you came from! Go go back into the... Of course, I'm wondering, do they mean the closet or the country that we came from? But anyway, there's no going back with this moment. And Robert is just coming. And then there's other Irish people blowing kisses and waving and welcoming the moment. This is 91. By the way, what do you think everyone's wearing? Green carnations. And I'm like, I want to run up to every one of them. Thank you for wearing a green carnation. Do you know where that came from? You know? And you know who grew, anybody here know where green carnations came from? Created by Oscar O'Flaherty Wilde on the opening night of Lady Windermere's Fan, where he asked a group of his friends, please show up at the theatre wearing a dyed carnation green. The perfect combination of nature and art. So anyway, the green carnation became known as the gay movement. That's what it was known then, the green carnation movement. Anyway, so I always thank, you know, the police, the cardinal, the Hibernians. Thank you for wearing that gorgeous symbol, you know. Robert Riger is holding me, and we're going down, and people are roaring and shouting. We get to the reviewing stand, and the whole bunch in top hats and everything turn around when we're passing by, you know. When we get to the cathedral, what do you think happens? Usually the cardinal or, you know, the hierarchs, who's ever there, will come down and greet the groups. That day, it was Mayor David Dinkins, the city's African-American mayor, who left the honourable place at the front to walk with us, despised group, to walk with us, to keep us company. And he went up the steps to greet the cardinal. But anyway, so after all that's over, and Father Michael Judge is there, I see him at a corner, and then what we do, so it's all over, everyone goes off drinking, I'm off somewhere else. Then, the next day, we get a call from Mayor David Dinkins, you know, I want to meet you all down at Sheridan Square, you know, outside the Stonewall. And next we're all there. Robert Riger is back there and says hello, and then introduces us to his parents from Astoria, just down the road here. Stanley and Kathleen Riger. Stanley plays the accordion at the Cayleys, and Kathleen starts teaching everyone the steps. The lesbian and gay group, that's what we were known then, the Irish Lesbian and Gay Organisation. And the mayor. And we had never met a gay person that was out to their parents. How, that was unimaginable and impossible. And here they were, this family from Queens, showing us that another world is possible. And here's Stanley playing the music. Soon we're all dancing a jig together, you know. Little I don't know, the city's media is there, they're clicking away. Well, the next day, you know, I go to the school that I'm teaching at in Jamaica, Queens. Well, I get a little call. All the girls are outside as they do, hanging out, you know. They're waiting to go in to spray their hair, whatever. It's 1994. God, one time one went in and actually another one decided to have a cigarette and said once here. But anyway, this day, the principal called me in and said, what have you done to the academy? You know? And I said, wait now, sister, I thought the Catholic bishops in 1976 wrote that homosexuals, like everyone else, have a right to respect, friendship, and justice. You know? I have to tell you, I was completely nervous. You know, it started, and without getting into all the details, a couple of weeks later, a little pink notice arrived in my box. You know? Yes, you know? Your contract is not being renewed, you know? Due to your pedagogical skills are unsatisfactory. You know? Jim Dwyer of the Newsday said it took 3 years and a parade to discover that Brendan Fay's pedagogical skills were unsatisfactory. So other teachers and people in the game said, you are ridiculous, you're an idiot, what are you doing working in Canada, blah, 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 everybody. And then, what do you think happened? I was nervous for the teenage girls that I was teaching, because I was concerned for them. What would they think? And next, I could not believe it when everybody's all around. And next they began writing letters in my mailbox of support that I've never, ever forgotten. That came back over that 98th Street hospital. These teenagers that I, in a way, underestimated, you know, their hearts or their capacity or their instincts. And next, they organized a petition. There was no Facebook, no internet, but they had sheets of cardboard and pens and crayons and whatever. They wrote their names. And I have never, here I am at 65, never forgotten. So with all, sometimes it's written up in the media what happened at Ilgo, but what I will forever remember is the teenage girls of the Mary Louise Academy in Queens, and their heart, and in the face of everything, and what they did for their teacher. That was the day, you see, the students taught their teacher a lesson I have never forgotten. So that was 91. Next I'm out of a job, and I'm looking for a job. I lost my visa as well. You know, I'm organising. Oh my God, what am I supposed to do there? My family are very nervous. They're like, because the news is all over the papers. Gay Irishmen sacked by nuns over parade. And then they're wondering, what in fact could be threatening about a gay man teaching in an old girls' school? Actually, that's true. I got a letter from two mothers who said they were delighted the girls religion teacher was gay. And they said, at least that was one teacher they didn't have to worry about. I have to tell you, and that was only the beginning of the journey. You know, 1993, March 1993. 200 of us are on the avenue, and next we're all getting arrested. I was so nervous, getting handcuffed, being put into the back of the police wagon, and I was terrified of what would happen and what it would be like. Would I be deported again? And that was simply the beginning of arrest. Year after year. What was I charged with? Disorderly conduct, you know? Can you believe that? And next, year after year after year, all getting arrested. 94, 95, 96. I said, there must be a parade in New York that let us in. I tried the Bronx, tried Brooklyn, Park Slope, every parade. No gays allowed. Next, I said, all right. The Bronx said, yes, we went up. I said, it's always a yes until it's a no. It was always a no. But anyway, we still go anyway. 99, I said, we were arrested everywhere. 5th Avenue, Trogs Neck in the Bronx, Park Slope, Brooklyn. And I came home and I said to, you know, Tom, my spouse Tom was here, and to my friend Jesus LeBron, I said, I have an idea. We've been arrested everywhere except Queens. A parade that will welcome all. We have known the pain of inhospitality for so long. How could the Irish who are known for hospitality do this to their own? It's painful to be made feel you are not welcome. So we organised, and I said, I want our name to say who we are. St. Pat's for all. I got a few letters saying, how dare you, you know, do that to our St. Pat's, or if I call them Pats or whatever. Anyway, we got a new logo, you know, and I said, we will take our message from the 1916 proclamation, cherishing all the children of the nation equally. So next we're on Skillman Avenue with our banner. Oh my God, we couldn't believe it. Lavender and Green Alliance, Wincher Éireach na Héireann. They were marching. Robert had died in 94. His parents got involved, went with us everywhere for this campaign, celebrated the moment, carried our banner, Stanley and Kathleen, and all the family. Groups, people who were involved, friends in wheelchairs who were also excluded for so long, rolled along, and there we were. So 25 years later, here we are, 2024. Guess where we were last Sunday? Up in Trogs Neck in the Bronx, where we'd been arrested, going back to the place, welcome, in the basement, having breakfast. In fact, Tom exchanged a soda bread recipe with a woman there. Next, where are we? This weekend, and you're all welcome. We're on 5th Avenue. I remember 2016 when they called him, hello, Brendan. This is the 5th Avenue Parade Board. We had our meeting. If Lavender Green would like to, we would welcome you, you know, on our 5th Avenue. And actually they apologised for taking over 20 years, whatever. So here we go. This weekend, join us on 5th Avenue. And who do you think, by the way, was with us every step of the way of this movement?
Malachi.
Malachi McCord. He got it. And of course, what was Malachi? We're all getting arrested. By the way, 2006, quick one. I said, Malachi, St. Pat's for All would love to honour you. And he said, Jesus, Brendan, what? And next he called me back and said, you don't get one McCord, you get all the McCords. So all the McCords came and had a reunion on Skillman Avenue. Join us and remember Malachi with us on Saturday and Sunday. Last thing I know, I'll do one verse, John. Is that all right? All right. So please join me, Malachi's song in his memory, in his honour. Oh, the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, oh lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, oh lassie, go? Follow the